Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the queue. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. And with me tonight, my faithful sidekick, my good friend, Blue. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Super psyched to be casting this map, which should be getting started in just a bit. So we're going to be having VVV going up against the new JooBinder here.
The new JooBinder.
Yeah.
Now, Blue, you used to kind of semi-be on this team.
So I was playing around with these guys for like a week. They're starting to get back together now. They've been trying out a few different people, so they're still working around with their roster, but they are looking to get back into the game now. So we're going to see how they fare up against VVV, which is going to be starting right about now.
Awesome. So they're stacking up here just from the stats.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Blue. I'll give this to you. I'll give you the splits this game.
So to check out the splits, it's a pretty common thing here. We're not going to see anyone going for the trebuchet with the team composition. Usually you might see a thief maybe jump on the trap because they can move around the points a little bit quicker, but we're not going to be seeing that here. We are going to be seeing some crossplay from the blue team, though, sending 2 over to Windmill. We're also going to have an engineer from VVV going over to the mansion point. So let's actually check out what's going on at those points there, Sarah.
Yeah, man, I'm on the Windmill right now with Renko, and it looks like Lovestorm realizes that his buddy's in trouble and just came over to put some work in the back. However, dropping bombs, big old bomb comes out here on the Windmill already. He's been interrupted. Renko with a clutch evade there, gonna be able to just ignore the damage from that big old bomb, Blue. And it looks like this fight is just now getting started. The supply crate comes out though, and Renko's on point.
But it's actually really nice that we noticed something that Lovestorm was actually doing there at first. He was allowing Renko to fight back there on the point, and they actually forced Falana to stay away from that. Lovestorm actually forced him to stay off that, so they wouldn't have to deal with that second person being focused on him. So they kept it to 2 separated 1v1s, and that ended up allowing that fight to go a lot better for them, as he was able to control Vec a lot better in a 1v1 scenario.
And look, Vec just got stomped out by, I think that was Renko who got it, and now they're going to 2v1 on Swag King Kong. You know, so we'll see if he has the swag to kind of put up with 2v1 for a long time. Uh-oh, here comes Falana back from the midpoint here. Looks like, that one kill on Vec there, only point scored all game so far, but Swag King Kong interrupted by Renko. All of those hammer skills came out there, and he's going to, he actually returns the favor and then pops Renko off the point.
And you can actually see again, we're seeing Lovestorm just chase Falana around. They really don't want to have to deal with that thief harass them and being annoying to their team fight there, so they just had Lovestorm pull away from the main target and focus him, and in the meantime actually took Falana down, so that actually worked out pretty well for them. Looks like they are going to finally get that windmill point, and that's going to be the first point for them. But over at the Mansion, blue team did manage to take that as well.
Mansion did turn blue, and they're going to start putting pressure in on the midpoint here. I'm in here looking at what's going on. Interpreter going up against Quilja, battle of the bunkers here. It looks like, let's go with Interpreter blue. Warrior bunker. Looks like he's running a banner and stomp there for the knockback. And Quilja's on a guardian with, of course, I don't know if it's standard. We can't quite look at the builds because this is the team. We don't want to ruin anybody's vibes here. But
so from past experience, just based off tournaments we've seen Quilja, usually Quilja does tend to run sort of a almost not really hybrid, but more of like a bunker build with a little bit of a focus on being able to pull out some damage as well. And I think based on the trait and based on the utility stuff, we're seeing that she is kind of running that as well right here.
Yep. Check out Steamhawk though. He's putting some aggression in on Mansion. Of course, as I say that, though, we're gonna see Falana doing the same thing on Windmill. All points neutered once again. VVV up very slight lead. About that's like what. Whatever. I can't math while it's live. Sorry guys, there's so much action going on. Steamhawk, you popping those grenades out. He's very low here on that far point for his team. Trying to get Onum. I think it's on. Whatever.
And you'll notice that Honor N is actually doing a pretty nice job here. He's not necessarily staying that active on the point. He's skirting around the outskirts, trying to stay away from Steamhawk because he doesn't want to be within too close proximity to have to deal with those grenades and or bombs, because we're buffed in the last patch. And he actually, because he was able to skirt around that point, he just took him down there as well.
Yeah, Steamhawk does go down. He's going to be trying to put some brakes on the stomp here. We'll see if he gets the other back on. He gets stomped out right here on Mansion. So we may see JooBinder pulling up a bigger lead. They're 53-38 here. VVV not able to get the kills that they need, not able to get the control that they need on the points here. They're really focused on mid here. Quilja going down. Looks like so many spirits coming out from DQ Scout here in the mid as well. Banners coming out, and it looks like, yeah, man, Interpreter, those banners are just doing wonders for him.
Yeah, and just in general, to scope out the way that fight was going, because I had been checking in on them a few times, I think we did see VVV mainly come out dominant here, mainly because they did have that extra CC. They had 2 warriors there. They had the support from the, support coming in there from the Spirit Ranger as well. Now it's really just a matter of taking down Interpreter. Unfortunately, he is a tanky beast with pretty much permanent regeneration there, but it looks like all of his time is now ticking down.
Yeah, finally, think he's going to try and go in this. Will he get interrupted? Yes, he will. We're going to have to see if the stomp goes through here, but he does have 2 of his teammates here on the field. So VVV realizes this. They refocus. They're trying to get people down. Falana is down on the point. Swag King Kong manages to get all the way over to Windmill as well. So it's a kind of a 2.5v1. No, 2 versus 1.5 rather. Over here is Falana. She's about, yeah, she does get DPS down. Swag King Kong gets killed as well. So now Lovestorm needs to start retaking this point with Steamhawk and start pushing out.
And Windmill's a really hard fight for them to win. They had a lot of bursts they would have had to deal with. Falana and Swag King Kong were not going to be the best targets to try and take the heavy amount of burst coming in from a power-focused engineer as well as a hammer warrior. It just wasn't really a good fight for them.
That's right. Now Lovestorm, he's back on the mid. He's trying to hunt down on you. Let's go in with On as he's over here. Will Spirit of Nature will do anything for him? No. Womp's going to come and finish him off. Let's check out what sort of stuff this Storm is up to. As he's going in, looks like he's putting some shots in on Interpreter again. Will it be effective though, Blue, is the question.
And as we check out what's going on over there now,
you know, they're getting trapped by Swag.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them. Like we saw, they are getting reinforced in there now, although Interpreter did just have to hold off a 1v4 there for a few seconds, which was an impressive play, to say the least. But now he did lose almost a lot, if not all of his cooldowns here now, so he does have to be a lot more careful, although he does have that passive regen on his side still.
That's right, of course. You know, those trap shots, they didn't, I think Quilja is the one who's dodging it the best, right here in the mid. Interpreter very low, so is Falana. Everyone here from the side of JooBinder is very, very low, but they've been able to stay alive. Of course, as they say that Falana does go down. We'll see if he or she gets stomped out or DPS down very soon. And that kind of forces Swag King Kong to come into the fray here. He has to get off the trap. He has to have more people on the point of his team.
And that is actually going to bring a benefit here for JooBinder. Obviously, we have that hammer. It's going to bring in a lot of CC, and he's running Mace Shield as the other offhand as well. So that's going to be a lot of power and CC that he'll bring to the team fight now. Unfortunately, it's not going too well for them, as they did just lose their main bunker.
That's true. You know, strategically, VVV is putting so much effort here on the middle point, and they have no one at home to defend, which can really come to bite them in the ass. I think, you know, Ranko maybe realizes this. Yeah, Ranko is playing it smart. He's going to go back and try and run interference between anyone who's coming over there. And also check out Steamhawk over on Trap. He's about to get taken by On. On actually gets netted, and Steamhawk decides to run away. Throw down the glue bomb, trying to get some distance between him and On. We'll go in with Steamhawk here, as I think he's going towards either mid or far.
Looks like he's going to head to mid, and the reason he's really just running away from the trap point now is because it was actually pretty bad timing for On to try and go for the trap there, or at least try to take down Steamhawk, because of the fact that that mid fight has just ended. Steamhawk really no longer needed to fight for that point. In fact, he could have really just left the trap because it had served its purpose at that point, so there was no benefit for him to stay there, and that's why we saw him actually run away.
Yeah, man, check out Steamhawk as he goes to where the Love Storm is, and he's actually doing some really smart plays here. He knows that someone's going to try and put some aggression on home, and right now, I think he may or may not know that JooBinder was kind of spread out. They are kind of all over on him right now, and they do actually. Falana's over on Trap. He might be trapping this point momentarily just to try and get some shots in, but I think it would probably be better to have the precision of being there without the sort of like the ad hoc of the shots. But that last shot was pretty on point.
And as we saw, their Love Storm is going to go down, and that's going to be JooBinder retaking the mention point right there.
Yeah, but JooBinder, they're kind of losing their lead here, man. It's 210 to 185 in the favor of the boys from VVV. Renko's on that point. Interpreter trying to just fall back from that far point. He did put a lot of work in, but was never able to really nude it. Never able to do much with what he was working with.
And you know, the reason I think they did have that lead there going off the initial fights here is because of the fact that they managed to get VVV really focused on that middle fight, and they abused that factor by running around to those side points. They no longer have that advantage, so what they need to do is they need to try, if VVV will fall for it again, try to trick them into going for a big old team fight at mid again, and then they can work their way around. And as we're seeing, Interpreter actually did trick him out again.
He's trying so hard. DQ Scout, though, is savvy to this guy's wiles here. He's popping the spear. Sun Spear goes off for the blinds and just... Oh my god, just blind us casters as well. It looks like DQ Scout's going to have the health lead again, but the regen is strong with this one, Blue. I think, you know, they're going to have a strong fight here. VVV going to pull an even stronger lead. Steamhawk putting in some aggression on Mansion now with On. He's really the only... that's not Swag King Kong, but On is really the only thing between Steamhawk and getting another capture here.
Yeah, and as we're seeing, I do think is actually going to win this one here, because generally is playing a little bit smarter here, and he may have the advantages on the base that he can sort of just stay at range away from Steamhawk and spam his short bow, and that most of the time is going to lead to a victory in that 1v1 scenario. So I do think we're going to be seeing take the 1v1 here, but he did just screw up and get hit by a hefty grenade burst there. So
that's right. You know, I think he was thinking maybe he doesn't really need to keep the point, he just needs to like keep people off of mid, but I think that didn't work out for him as Storm and Quilja got stomped. Look at that, the laser finisher stomp off that. Of course, coming from the Tequaddle stuff, but Interpreter trying to do some work on the windmill. He's not going to have much fun there as Deku Scout's here, but Swag King Kong and Falana going to come up and try and do something. Of course, as we say this, Renko, he's going to come up and try and put some pressure on Mansion before it gets captured. We'll have to see. Yeah, he does go in. He's going to try and combo onto On. He does get some stuns off. On is very low, 2k health, but he's 7 seconds away from getting his heal back, and of course, that healing spring is so powerful.
And On has to be really careful with this now, and you notice too, he's been really careful with these dodges. He's getting them all off. He got that healing spring up now. Really, the only reason he was alive there is because he managed to dodge at the right times. He didn't get hit by any of those CCs with the hammer, and because of that's the reason he's still alive right now, fighting here.
Yeah, of course, despite the one cap towards each side here, VVV is still in pretty good shape at 320 to 246 right now. On, though, this guy is a survivalist, able to take out Renko. Now Interpreter comes in, gets that Phantasmal Stomp on him, and he's just they're gonna 2-cap very shortly. They can start pulling ahead once again, but I think Quilja and Steamhawk now, they're the ones cycling in here on the mid now.
Yeah, and they're going to go for that mid fight again. We do have to realize the blue team as well may take advantage of this. The question is now, the blue team does control mid this time, whereas red did seem to have influence over last time. So is JooBinder going to give this to red team and try to go for those side points once more, or are they actually going to work to defend this? In my opinion, I think they should try and work for those side points, because in general, in the bigger team fights, I do think that VVV has the advantage.
Right, of course. We did see people like Steamhawk, people like Renko going for those back caps, trying to keep the numbers game in their favor, so it would just be a distraction. But I'm not sure if it's working out that they are in the lead. Oh my god, Vec gets war bannered up in the mid here, blue. He's going to get knocked off point momentarily. Renko's hunting him down with the hammer. We'll have to see if we can get anything off on him. Quilja, he's just trying to keep his teammate alive as they go up against Interpreter as well. Interpreter, such a huge tank and also massive damage to him.
And as we check out, there's some stuff going on over here at the Windmill, too. We're having a very passive 2v2 skirmish going over here at Windmill. Both these guys sort of dodging around each other at the moment. Yeah,
man. Lovestorm getting some shots in over on Falana. Able to take Falana down to the downstay, but look at her. She's like clipping in there. It's kind of hard to see her if she didn't have a name tag. Swag King Kong trying to get the res off, but no. The Stomp goes through. Lovestorm able to get it through. Let's follow Lovestorm as he tries to do more work over here. Those spirits going off. Going to keep Swag King Kong and his teammate from doing anything. JooBinder's rather Vec, and it looks like Swag King Kong really able to be annoying towards VVV. This is their 1 point. They need to keep it to stay in this game, but oh my god, the red team able to finally retake mid here.
Yeah, and Lovestorm's just doing a really nice job over here in Windmill. They managed to take down both the guys, but I think they actually just got rezzed up there. They both were down there. They did manage to get back, I believe, through the Spirit. I could be wrong on that one, though. And as we're seeing here, Lovestorm's just doing a really nice job of controlling them. Now that they're back up, though, they need to be careful of Lovestorm. Oh, no, there's actually trap shots coming in for the blue team now, so this could turn that fight around in favor of JooBinder now.
That's right, Falana on Treb. Look at her. She doesn't even show up on the mini-map. She's trebbing far, and that's going to be such trouble for VVV as it hits Steamhawk right in the face. Deku Scout gets down. Will he get stomped through? No, he rallies off the Vex Stomp. And actually, the numbers are still in favor of VVV. The kills are racking up. We'll have to see what goes on here in this fight, blue.
And as we check out, too, they did manage to get him off the Treb, so that advantage has been eliminated as Renko went over there to take that down. But back at that fight, it is looking like now, like that Treb sort of was just carrying them. They did get Interpreter back up, but it's not looking good over here. It looks like that VVV may be holding on to this point.
Yeah, he's going to try and run away. That shield sense just now ends. He can heal up if he decides to, but will he get the chance is a better question. He's got the poison on him right now, and he's using that sword leap to get away, but he is being hunted right now. And who is hunting him? It's none other than, I think that's the Lovestorm coming in for him. Will they meet once again? He needs to turn around and turn on an Interpreter. He can get him right now. Looks like the Interpreter is going to start and try and backstab on him. He gets interrupted. Hammer skills start coming out from the Lovestorm. Swapping back to that longbow blade. We'll see what sort of damage he can do.
And as we check out over here, it is looking like the scores are evening up here, so I do think the VVV is actually going to take this game. Unfortunately, JooBinder was having some troubles there near the mid towards the end game, sort of with splitting up there. They were a little bit too sparingly, their resources were a little bit too spread out there, and I think that's why they ended up having a lot of issues taking points towards the end there, and with that, that's why we saw VVV win.
That's right, check out these scores. Steamhawk and Lovestorm topping out the leaderboards, followed by DQ Scout, and then also followed by Falana, the Thief player for JooBinder. Of course, this has been an amazing game, guys. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you want 800 gems, all you have to do is like and comment on this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Of course, don't forget we're doing daily content now here at youtube.com/Sireph. Tell your friends and your guildies and all of your other peoples that play Guild Wars. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned.